Today, on another episode of Epic History, we will journey back in time. Over 2,200 years ago, in the bustling North African city of Carthage, in present-day Tunisia, a boy was born who would grow up to terrify the mightiest empire of his time. His name was Hannibal Barca, and history remembers him as one of the greatest military commanders who ever lived. Hannibal was born in 247 BCE during the height of Carthage's rivalry with Rome. His father, Hannibal Barca, was a famous general who fought in the First Punic War. The Barcas were not just warriors, they were a dynasty, bound by a fierce hatred of Rome. Legend says that when Hannibal was just 9 years old, his father made him swear an oath before the gods. Never be a friend to Rome, always be its enemy. From that day forward, Hannibal's life was shaped by a single mission: destroy Rome. By his mid-20s, Hannibal had already proven himself a brilliant soldier, serving under his brother-in-law Hasdrubal the Fair in Spain, which was then part of Carthage's empire. When Hasdrubal was assassinated, Hannibal was chosen as commander-in-chief. He wasted no time expanding Carthage's power in Iberia, modern-day Spain and Portugal, and in 218 BCE, he attacked the Roman-allied city of Saguntum, sparking the Second Punic War. What Hannibal did next seemed impossible. Instead of sailing to Italy, he marched his army thousands of miles, through Spain, across the Pyrenees, over the freezing Alps, and into Italy itself, with war elephants. The journey was brutal. Harsh snow, treacherous cliffs, and enemy tribes took a heavy toll, but Hannibal emerged from the mountains with a force still strong enough to challenge Rome on its own soil. Hannibal's tactics were like nothing Rome had ever seen. At the Battle of Trebia, he lured Roman forces into icy rivers before ambushing them. At Lake Trasimene, he staged one of the largest ambushes in military history. But his greatest triumph came in 216 BCE at the Battle of Cannae. Facing a much larger Roman army, Hannibal used a brilliant double envelopment tactic, surrounding and annihilating tens of thousands of Roman soldiers. It was Rome's worst defeat in centuries. For over a decade, Hannibal roamed Italy, undefeated in battle. But Carthage's government failed to send enough reinforcements, and Rome adapted to his strategies. Eventually, the Roman general Scipio Africanus took the fight to North Africa. Hannibal was recalled home and faced Scipio at the Battle of Zama in 202 BCE. This time, Rome won. Carthage was forced into submission, and Hannibal became a statesman. But his rivalry with Rome never ended. Under pressure from Rome, Hannibal went into exile, advising foreign kings and continuing to oppose Rome wherever he could. When Roman agents came for him in 183 BCE, he chose to take poison rather than be captured. His reported last words were a final act of defiance. Let us relieve the Romans from the anxiety they have so long experienced, since they think it tries their patience too much to wait for the death of an old man. Legacy Hannibal Barca remains one of history's greatest military minds. His strategies are still studied in military academies around the world. He was an African commander who humbled the Roman Republic, proving that brilliance and courage could shake even the most powerful empire.